when there is a social ill or a problem within a country, within our country, I'm speaking of the United States, but it may be true around the world. There are two ways to go about attempting to suppress it or to stop it. One is to suppress supply, and the other is to suppress demand. An example would, of course, be prohibition. I have every sympathy with the concept of prohibition, and I do not think that the people who suggested the constitutional amendment against intoxicating drink were a bunch of people looking around for someone having a good time and trying as fast as they could to stop people from enjoying themselves. They saw what was going on, particularly in the cities, in the urban areas, and they had every good reason in the world to call it demon rum, the demon rum, and to see the damage it was doing to families and the wives who were being beaten when men were in their drunken state. So I have every sympathy toward that. The problem is, in the United States, if there is a demand, the supply will appear. And because the demand for liquor was there, for alcohol was there, the supply appears. The conservative war on drugs is an attempt to stop supply by putting drug dealers into prison. How's that going for us? Not that great. Some drug use has gone down, but that's because the population has gotten older and hopefully less stupid, and so is less apt to run around trying to destroy their lives. But that's a difference in demographics. There is always, so long as there is a demand for any given type of drug, there will be a supply. So as I say, there's two ways to try to suppress or stop a social ill. The conservative way is to suppress the supply. As the Bible says, the liberal man makes liberal plans, and by those liberal plans he will stand, in Isaiah. The liberal way is to stop the demand, and the conservative way is to stop the supply. So long as the demand continues, the supply will be there. It's the same with abortion. The conservative Republicans, their ideas do not work for abortion. It is to suppress the supply, while at the same time making sure that the society is such that the demand will always be there. If you want to stop abortions, you need to have jobs that have good wages, good benefits, security, and respect. If you want to stop abortions, you need to have quality, affordable childcare. If you want to stop abortions, you need to You need to have health care that is available to the poor the same way it's available to the well-off. That will suppress the demand for abortions. And it suppresses the demand by doing good rather than by making people's lives worse and worse and worse. Cigarette smoking is way down in this country from what it was a generation or two ago. In the 1940s, Emily Post said, if you're going to have a party, you cannot have a party and tell people not to smoke when they come to your party. Your only option is to put out tons and tons and tons of ashtrays because people will smoke when they come to your house and you cannot stop them. Well, we're no longer in that type of situation anymore. Why? Because the demand for cigarette smoking is less because we've had a huge education push so that commercials are on television and commercials are on DVDs that we rent or that we buy, and they're on billboards and they're on packs of cigarettes warning people, I hope you enjoy smoking because your lung capacity in the near future may well be 30 or 40% less than it is now, and you won't be able to do the things you enjoy. Education has suppressed cigarette smoking. Republican leadership does not want to see abortions stopped. Abortions are how they can lead by the nose the evangelical vote with theatrical legislation that doesn't pass muster, by making Roe versus Wade the foil and the key phrase for fundraising and power, because power and money is where the Republican Party is. The Democratic Party is working to make people's lives better. The decision to have an abortion is a poverty-founded decision. The decision to have one is based on poverty, not based on immorality. So the point is to have abortions be safe and legal and rare. And you do that by doing good, by suppressing the demand, by putting people in the position where the decision to have their child is not going to be a decision that they and that child will spend the next 2 decades in extreme poverty.